Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Rock Tumbling with me, Kevin, your host. Anyway, I skipped right past the more entertaining part of the program tonight because it's cold. And just to let everybody know, it's a really stupid thing for me to have decided to start this entire project in December at the coldest time of year because there's a lot of water involved, and I don't think anybody really wanted to see me out there rinsing these rocks off and crying, weeping with my cold hands that are still pink and hurting from the painful cold water. And not to mention, also, I'm not massively disappointed, but I'm a little disappointed. These rocks are actually a little harder than I thought they were on the Mohs scale. Look that up. Uh, and they're going to take another couple of days in the coarse grind. So we're back to step one once again. I'm not going to get to go into step two, but you can see that some progress was done because they're a little on the milky looking side and kind of getting shiny. They're shining because there's water on them, but they rounded off a little bit, but I want them even rounder. I want them smoother, so I'm going to let them grind a little bit more. This first coarse grind is pretty harsh stuff, and it has it will take parts off of the rock. You don't want to take too much off because that'll ruin your rock, but anyway, as you can see, it is they're actually starting to look like I want them to. But wow, yeah, they're pretty hard. So I mean, I'm gonna have to throw them in there for another 3 or 4 days. I'll probably it's Tuesday, so I'll probably take them out on Saturday. And that way I can actually let you guys in on the exciting rinsing part of the progress. I've already cleaned off my barrels, pumped them out, washed everything down, and you know, there's something that I think that everybody should see. Get one of these. It really helps to clean everything up. Anyway, I strongly recommend doing this outside when it's warm. And if you think that it would be a smart thing to just go to your kitchen and clean all your rocks off and rinse them and clean them and just let everything go down the drain, let me admonish you, kids, don't do that. The stuff that comes out after you've after you've tumbled your rocks and ground them is like mud. It's little pieces of rock, and it'll go into your drain, and it'll clog your drain up, and your mother or your wife or your girlfriend or your dog or whatever is going to be really unhappy with you when your drain is clogged or your septic tank is full of mud. So rinse them outside. I'm really not really sure what other people do, but I don't do it inside. It'd just be stupid. Almost as stupid as starting a project like this in December. Anyway, I'm not even going to be careful about it. We're just going to dump them right back in and start the process over again. You can see a little bit of the residue in there left over. But, like I said, you can see that it is actually starting to turn into something, so that's nice. You can start to see through these rocks and see some of the properties that are going to be revealed when it's finally said and done. The next step after I finish up with this, what we call the first grind, is the second step, which is a little bit of a it's less coarse grit polishing material. This is 60 to 90 is what we start with. The second is be around a 500 grit, and it's a little less abrasive, but it still works to go on and round off some of the edges that you want to happen. So anyway, we'll go ahead and do this over again. Good thing I've got a boatload of the first grind. And I won't be doing this quite as long this time. A week is generally what you need for each step, but sometimes you just have to give it some extra time. Patience is the key to all of this. Patience and then cleanliness. In your first two steps, you don't really have to be as clean about how you clean up after, rinse your rocks off and rinse and clean your barrels out. But once you get into the polishing step, if you have a little bit of residue of the abrading grit in with your polishing materials, then it can cause you to just end up in this conundrum where your rocks will never get nice and polished, and we don't want that. So rinse your stuff out, clean it out, scrub it out, and make sure that everything is really nice and spiffy clean, or you will be unhappy with the results, and you just keep doing it over and over and over, and eventually you'll get tired of the whole thing and decide that you don't like rock tumbling, in which case I'll buy your rock tumbling gear from you and continue on. So I know that was just stupid, but anyway, here we go. It's a little disappointing to have to start this step one again, but at the same time I know that once I started, I'm not thinking about it anyway, and in a couple of days I'll be able to come down here and go, yeah, that looks nice and we've made some progress. But just rather go ahead and do it this way. And I'll set these guys up on there. Oh, one thing that I forgot to do is mention is that these rock tumblers do need a little bit of oil. I recommend like Singer sewing machine oil, and I won't show exactly where to put it right now, but maybe I can detail that later. But you can just add a drop or two here or there. I don't recommend motor oil. I've used it before, but I don't recommend it. We'll make sure our little knurled thumb screws are on there nice and tight. And we'll plug it in, and there it goes again. And that's it for this. And I realized that this jacket makes me look fat, and also this is kind of funny. This is a paper towel holder that has ceased to function correctly. No longer works. It broke and does not hold paper towels correctly anymore. So it just happens to be made out of some marble, and it's sitting down here, and yeah, I'm gonna take a hammer to it and break it into a bunch of pieces, and I'm gonna tumble it too. So we're gonna give this new life as some sort of decoration somehow, instead of this massively obscene, silly thing. It could be a weapon, I don't know, but I mean, got to do something with it. It's pretty rock. I mean, look at that. That's nice. I mean, it's got nice little stripes in it and stuff. I can't just like throw it in the garbage. It's a rock. Anyway, I'll probably see you guys in a few days. Hopefully these rocks, the new batch, will be nice and round by then, and we can start on to step 2. Bye.